Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
All right, good evening, everybody.
Hello, welcome back.
Episode number 5.
Yay, lucky number 5. We're big frogs now.
Tonight we're going to be talking about California Adventure. This is, again, our Disney Day, how we do Disney. And I'm trying very hard not to clip out on the microphone tonight.
It's all good. Yeah, we're going to do the other side of the Disney campus in Anaheim and work through our way through the park. This one, full disclosure, didn't start off as a very fun park for our family. So,
well, for anybody.
Well, we just it had to grow on us and it had to mature, and in its new iteration, I find it to be a have to.
Oh, yes. Oh, I with all the new things that they have done since 2007, it has turned, the park has done 180 degrees as far as visitor interest.
Yeah.
Yes.
There it is.
Yeah.
I guess
sorry.
we need to do some introductions if they are first-time viewers or listeners.
Oh, yes. Okay, if you guys are joining us for the first time, this little one here, her name is Merida, and she is the studio manager. Now, there will probably be another cat that comes tearing through here as well, and her name is Tiana, and she's the intern. But tonight, Merida has joined us because she's feeling a little out of sorts. Because
it's that kind of a day.
Yeah, Mom is away, and she's with her dad, and her dad is going to have surgery, so she's down in Las Cruces to help him get to where he needs to be for his surgery. And related note, I did something huge today.
Yes, it was a very big deal. Speaking of new adventures.
Yes. I walked the east side of Jefferson Terminal at DIA from the north side to the south side over to TSA security and back with only 2 rest stops.
That's huge. That's really, I think that's the longest and most sustained walking you've done since your prosthetic.
It has.
Nice.
It has. In varying terrain.
Yeah, and bobbing and weaving people in an airport. Very good.
Yeah.
Well done, Chuck.
Now, luckily, it was a Thursday.
So?
And baggage claim was not that heavy,
That's
so
okay.
level 5 was not as crowded on the east side as it normally could be.
Yeah.
So.
Well, still, you should feel really good.
Oh, I feel fantastic.
Big accomplishment.
I went to go visit my friends over at Prospect Airport Services. Those folks are the folks that are one of the contractors that push wheelchairs out of the airport. And that's what I used to do before I lost my leg, is I would be one of those guys. And I miss it very much, and I want to go back to it. So hopefully that'll happen. Anyway, our Disney Day.
Here we go. So it's California Adventure Day.
Yes, it is.
So technically, when we plan a Disney trip, this is day 2, because we always do Disneyland first.
Very true.
And then we planned California Adventure for day 2. So we've already got one whole day of Disney walking under our bodies.
Yeah, so I was going to say, let's call it out. Let's be honest. Our feet are a little sore.
We're sore. We're starting to get sore.
Yeah. We're a little sore. We're a little tired.
A little tired. Still excited, though.
Oh, well, yeah, because we've had our breakfast.
Yeah.
We've done the character breakfast.
Yeah.
Now, this time we did the character breakfast over at Storytellers.
So that's probably, if we were going to, and again, doesn't matter where we stay, that's because this Grand Californian has its own entry, which we'll talk about, and you can actually get directly into the park through that.
Exactly.
You don't have to go around. So
exactly.
It just feels more efficient with the time. I really do enjoy Storytellers because the characters are dressed up in kind of nature, park ranger.
Yeah, it's all the park ranger, national park stuff.
That's my flair. That's my vibe. Those are my people. And so I like that feel a lot. That woodsy kind of approach. So
Well, so
I
do
like it a
I.
lot. I
So
love
do
it.
I.
I know. Well, I mean, yes.
Well, remember when we went to Yellowstone?
Oh, yeah,
you couldn't
totally.
you couldn't get me out of the lodge,
Right.
Because,
So
yeah,
it's very cool. It's if you've never been in the Grand Californian, you don't have to stay there. You just have to go into that lobby. It's one of the best lobbies ever.
Please go see the lobby.
It's beautiful.
Please go see the
It's
lobby.
beautiful. They have
okay.
wood burning hearth fireplaces all over the place. You can
Yes.
sit in front of a rocking chair and just have a fire crackling. And
You can sit in front of the fire in a rocking chair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then it's just really cozy and comfy. And during Christmas, actually all the time, they have a piano player in there, so you got live music.
Yep.
It's a very cozy lobby, and we got to experience that the last time we went together, and we stayed at the Grand. Our room wasn't ready yet,
Right.
so we got a little
Right.
time to cozy up in the lobby and just relax, and it felt good. It wasn't like we were finding a place and shoving ourselves with our suitcases. It was actually a really cozy place. So Grand Californian Storytellers Breakfast.
Yep. Storyteller's breakfast is just another buffet breakfast style breakfast. There are slight differences to the cuisine from the Grand Californian versus over at Disneyland Hotel. So Goofy's Kitchen, I would say,
Family fare.
Yeah, is a little bit more family friendly, budget sensitive type of thing.
Yeah.
So it's very simple, very easy, very recognizable.
And the best one.
Well, yeah.
I mean, we're going to say that every time, but it is our favorite. It's the best
The
one.
pancakes are better.
And
I'm sorry.
Well, and
so's
Goofy
the
gives
sausage.
a really good hug when
Yes.
you enter.
Oh,
I'm
yes.
not even going to lie. He
Yeah.
gives an amazing hug. And there's nothing like starting your day with a hug from the Goof.
Well, yeah, because you have the option to go meet Goofy before you sit down,
So good.
which you should do.
Yeah.
But
We're
anyway.
going to get all caught up in Goofy's Kitchen again.
Man. But the thing is we had the best experience with Minnie
Yeah.
over at Storytellers.
Storytellers.
Yeah.
She was really good.
She was wonderful.
She was great. And I do have to say this, food-wise, the chilis guiles at Storytellers was better
Yeah.
than the chilis guiles at Goofy's Kitchen.
Yep.
So just putting that out there.
I will even hazard to say that the green chili was a little better. Over at Storytellers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with you there.
The sausage?
Eh.
Okay. We're going to get... this is another episode where...
I know, we have to save our character breakfast episode. We got to do it sooner than later then.
I know, because every time we start doing these now, we're going to start in.
Yeah.
So, anyway, okay, fine. We've had breakfast. We've met our
Some
characters.
characters.
Yes, and we've had our hugs.
Yes.
Now,
Got our buttons.
yep. There are
Full bellies.
There are 3 ways to get into this park.
Yes.
Okay. The front entrance, which is just south of the front entrance to Disneyland, is just across the Esplanade. And
It's classic. It's got old,
Yep.
like the 1920s Hollywood script over on top of the
Right,
sign.
it's-
It's great.
well, it's the old Art Nouveau.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I was looking for.
Or Art Deco
Art
style,
Deco, yeah.
the neoclassical type thing
Yeah.
that was going on in the 20s and the early 30s. The entrance to California Adventure now matches and almost mirrors perfectly the entrance to Hollywood Studios over in Orlando.
Yeah.
Okay, same colors,
Yeah.
same design. It just, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Which is good. It kind of keeps it on brand.
It does. But it's that I'm grateful they did that.
Yeah.
I'm grateful they did it that way. Anyway, that's the front gate.
Yep.
Second entrance is through the Grand Californian. You can enter the park through the hotel. I really like this option.
That's my favorite option as well.
Well, it puts us right out to Grizzly River.
Grizzly River Rapids.
Yeah, right there at Grizzly River. You're right underneath. You're right at the
It's like you're
base
in the Redwoods.
of Grizzly Peak.
It's like you're in the Redwoods of California.
Exactly.
It's the best.
Yeah, and that whole area is themed to look like a national park.
Yeah.
And the road through a national park.
They even like the signage even mimics the national park
Even
signage. It's so good.
Even the cracks in the asphalt,
asphalt, yeah.
are engineered.
Yeah.
Or imagineered, sorry. Yeah. So there's that entrance. There is a third entrance. And it's across the street from Pixar Place Hotel, which was Paradise Pier.
Did we do that one?
No.
I was going to say, I don't
That's
remember.
recent.
Yeah, I don't remember entering it.
Yeah, it's very recent.
Okay.
It puts you into California Adventure right over near Goofy Sky School. So, and that's probably why you don't really want to remember it.
It's kind of super crowded over there, and
Kinda.
well, we'll talk when we get into the different lands.
Oh yeah.
We'll
Yeah.
chat about some
There will be a whole lot of this. I am lost. Yeah. So, depending on what you want to do, depending on the hotel you're staying at, and depending on really how you want to start your day, you have 3 options to go. Now, naturally, since we are traditionalists in almost every sense of the word, we're going to go front gate.
At least once,
Yes.
but then maybe probably to start our day, we're going to enter the front gate just to have that experience. And then any other iteration of us entering and exiting the park is probably going to be through the Grand Californian.
I can't lie. That's true.
It's very true.
Yeah.
And upside to the Grand Californian one is that if you turn left, there is a really great quick service that you can get some yummy snacks at the Grand.
The Craftsman Grill.
Yes, the Craftsman Grill is they have some really yummy French fries. They have, and to us say that Disney French fries are good is a big get.
That's a big deal.
So they're really good French fries. They have a really yummy pastry. We got this delectable peanut butter cup thing.
Oh man, okay.
We had to share it. Like all 4 of us had to have a quarter because it was too much. It would have sugar shock.
Okay, being a diabetic. Okay. I had saved up all of my carb allowance. Yeah, all of my slots for this trip. And the reason is because when we were researching what we were going to be doing on the first day we got to the hotel.
That was
we all looked at this Reese's peanut butter cup giant cookie fudge thing that big around.
Yeah, it was huge. I was going to say, I think
it was, and about that thick. Alice said, "So do you want it now?" And this was after we had eaten our breakfast burritos and everything.
Really good breakfast burrito.
Yeah.
Not even gonna lie.
Again, that's where I changed my tune. You will see it on the video about the potatoes.
I love the Disney potatoes.
And I have had some really bad Disney potatoes.
Oh, they're roasted red potatoes with the rosemary and the garlic. Are you kidding me?
I will not argue on that.
So
I will not argue that. Yeah. No. But I have had some very bad potatoes at Chef Mickey's. But that's in Orlando. So, anyway. It was very rare where I'd find a good Disney potato, but there we are. Anyway, so enough on that. We had our carb allotment for the next 4 years.
Then we had some more. But this thing was really good.
So it was huge. It was wonderful. It was sweet.
It was a great shareable. So we got one, and all 4 of us got a quarter, and it was exactly the perfect ending. It was so good. So anyway, Grand Californian is how we'll probably go in and out in our iterations of that. But as a traditionalist, when we start our first day, we're going to walk through the front. Yeah,
we got to go through the front door. And the reason is because it's the front door.
It's the front door and the street.
You're walking now we're entering the park.
Yeah, we're in the park.
We're in the park, okay. And when you enter the park, it is old Hollywood.
Old Hollywood. It's beautiful.
And I mean old Hollywood.
It's sort of there to mimic when Walt actually got to California in the 20s.
Exactly.
So that's what it's actually built off. There's a lot of cool Easter eggs and nods to when he got there, and just some really neat history and putting out to the Disney family. It's really cool.
Exactly. And it's all the little Easter eggs. There's Walt's first office.
iWorks.
Yeah, UB iWorks and Walt Disney had their first office, and they didn't necessarily rebuilt it, but it's a replica.
It's a replica of it. So kind of where it was. And
you don't get to go into it, but you see the door.
You see it and the window and everything. It's really cool. It's just neat how they kind of paid homage to how it all started.
Exactly. One of the big stores. Now, actually, the big store over in Disneyland is the Emporium. The big store over in California Adventure is Elias and Company.
Yes.
Okay.
Good shopping.
Named after his dad.
Yeah.
But I actually like that store
I like
a
this
whole
a
lot better.
I agree with you there.
A whole lot better.
I do too. I agree with you there. I think, and I find the past few times I've gotten better shopping experiences at Elias and Company than I did in the Emporium.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. It seems as the stock is better. I don't know why.
Well, because everybody shops at Disneyland.
Well, sure.
And they don't,
exactly.
Or they don't think about shopping in California Adventure, and it's really great. The other cool thing about it now, and this is where it's changed. So when it started, you'd walk in and you'd have this wave pool with this sun, and it was like trying to pay, it was about California when it was first built. It was it was ish, I guess. I got it and I understood why, and there's some things that are still there from the original that I love, like the whole Napa section. I love that because my favorite restaurant is in the Napa section.
Oh yeah.
But then but it was kind of like wasted space. And then they did this whole refurb in the late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah.
Which it needed.
One of the Imagineers who actually was the Imagineer who worked on Space Mountain, was asked what he thought of the new California Adventure entryway. And he says, honestly, it looks like a glorified shopping mall.
Which is so California.
I was going to say, how much more California can you get?
Outdoor shopping mall in California, the Grove? Okay.
But to see his point, it was not the Disney brand.
No.
It wasn't there.
Yeah. So what it is now is really paying homage to Walt getting there and starting in the iWorks stuff. So when you go in, you've got trolley cars and you've got the fountain in the middle of the square, and what was the name of the theater? The Carthay Circle and Carthay Circle Theater. It's just really, really cool.
And the fun thing about the Carthay Circle there, or the Carthay Circle, is that's where Snow White premiered.
Yes. And there's a really lovely restaurant. It's high end, but there's a really lovely restaurant in there too. And the pictures and the history and all of that in there was just walking around in there is fantastic.
It was worth the price of the food just to sit there.
Exactly. And I thought the food was good.
Oh, the food was fantastic.
That was your birthday dinner.
Yes, it was.
It was
food
cool.
was fantastic. And what I will do is I will also put a video back in time here in this video. I'll put another video over the top of the entryway of going into California Adventure. That video would be from Kat and I on Oogie Boogie Bash.
Sure.
But yeah, it's got us going by Carthay Circle. It's got us showing some live music.
So it's got a really great place to have. It's not the storyteller's statue. Is it this? No.
No.
Yeah, it's the storyteller statue because the Friends statues in Disneyland.
Partners. Yeah.
Statues in Disneyland. This is the story.
Well, no.
Hold
okay.
on.
Yeah,
Time
I was going to say, slow down.
It's a good statue.
Yeah.
It's got a really great place to have a photo, and then you can pop up another. We're foreshadowing.
Yeah.
Pop up another video or picture of us, the family picture.
That's the thumbnail.
The thumbnail. So it's a good one. A lot of fun. It's really so you get to have your kind of iconic pictures. You walk in there, you get to meet a lot of characters. The characters are usually dressed in their circa 1920s outfits. There's live entertainment that'll come through.
Right.
With the Five and Dimes.
Yeah, which I have recorded in a video that I will put here.
Right now. there's some fun things, like even if you just want to walk in and soak up the atmosphere, it's a great place to have some good atmosphere as you walk in.
And for me, if you've been to the park before, fine, you can give it a miss. But if you've never been to this park, definitely take that all in before you start breaking off left or right or whatever,
and
trying to
figuring out which direction
whatever.
to go. Yeah.
Okay, because there's a reason Disney designs stuff like this, and that reason is to let you have fun with it and immerse yourself. So do that.
Yeah, get lost
in
it.
Do that.
Yeah.
You know?
Very, very cool. There's also a Starbucks in there, by the by.
Yes, there is. And Clarabelle's ice cream.
Ice cream.
Yeah, ice cream. With some of the best
important things.
Best milkshakes. Well, they're not the best milkshakes in the park.
They are not the best milkshakes in the park. Thank you very little.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
You are welcome. You are welcome.
Yeah, we'll get there.
This is my gift to you.
Yeah, and thank you, but we'll save it for a bit.
I know.
We still got a lot to go here. Anyway, so as soon as you enter the park and as soon as you've absorbed everything, there are 3 directions that you can go. If you go off to your right, you'll start heading over towards the Grizzly River area.
The national parks, the mountains, the outdoorsy.
The smoke jumper area.
Yeah.
And where they have Soarin'. Yeah, the original.
The OG Soarin'.
That's right. Unfortunately,
I know.
They don't normally do the original film.
It only comes back for Food and Wine.
Which is happening now.
I know.
Yeah.
So the Soarin' over California was the first iteration of Soarin', and it would have scents and smells and
everybody's mom's favorite ride except for our mom.
She likes it, but she's like,
it's the height.
It's the high, but you're really not that high, but it gives you illusion of being that high.
Yeah.
But she really did like it a lot.
Right. Well, it's the height and the movement.
And so, I mean, we went swooping down, and she grabs my hand. It's like we're not really swooping, but it was like, but it felt real. But she loved it. It was great.
Think of it as sort of like IMAX on steroids.
Yeah. Chris's mom loved it.
And exactly, which is why I say everybody's mom's favorite ride.
So it was it's a great ride. They have it in Epcot as well. But so Soarin', that is a must-do on my list.
Always. If not first, it's got to be somewhere in the day.
High up in there.
Yeah.
So that's one of the redemptions of that park, of actually having Soarin'. And I like that section of the park a lot. I think it's fun.
I like the smoke jumper area.
Yeah.
And the reason is because the history of flight in California is important.
Oh yeah, and we're an airline family, so we do flight.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, but since I was about that high, if there's an airplane around, I'm going to go look at the airplane. Anyway.
And so then the other cool thing over there in the forest is the Disney kitties.
Oh, that's right.
I surprised you. The Disney kitties. So they have some cats that live in the forest area, and they're elusive, but they're there for pest control. They are they have a job. They are Disney employees, if you will. But
because they can't get rid of them.
They can't. Yeah, but they work and they serve a purpose. So it's twofold.
Right.
But you have to walk by. It's right before you turn the corner to go to Grizzly River. It's that kind of foresty area on that hill there.
Right.
And there were 2.
Yeah, there was a ginger.
A ginger and a tuxedo.
It was a tuxedo. I thought it was another tabby.
No, it's a tuxedo.
Okay.
But the ginger's the only one that's around.
Okay.
One of them's only around. I can't remember. Anyway.
Yeah.
Disney kitties. You gotta go look for the Disney kitties at least.
Well, and also remember they do bebop between each parks.
Yeah.
So you could probably catch a sight of them crossing the Esplanade or crossing through downtown Disney.
They're beloved.
Oh yes, yeah, and don't try to go pet them.
No, they're not they're not pets.
Yeah, don't if they approach you.
Great.
That's something all onto itself. But don't try to chase them down.
That's the rule with any animal that's not yours.
Yeah.
From the professional animal care.
What's the phrase? What's the phrase? Let the wild be wild.
Be wild. Yeah.
All right. Anyway.
So we generally start that direction if we walk in the front door.
Right.
We generally go right because we want to hit Soarin' first. However, now that there's Cars Land and Radiator Springs,
right, and Avengers
Campus, we probably are going to start going straight.
If it were me making the choice, I would want to go do Radiator Springs Racers.
Yes, first.
Off the bat.
Me too. And probably single rider line because even at early park entry, rope drop, you're going to get a 60-minute wait.
I wouldn't mind the wait. And the reason is because that queue, again, is engineered or imagineered in such a way that it keeps my interest.
Yeah.
It really does.
You did like it a lot.
American Southwest and Route 66 through these southwestern states. I love it.
Yeah.
I absolutely love it.
Beautiful.
I mean, I could tell where every one of these little tourist trap-y type things came from because I've seen the original.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that's the beauty of it for me is.
So I don't even know if I've ever asked this question or paid attention. Is the queue based on the travels down Route 66 and those kind of kitschy stops, or is it
loosely?
Loosely, okay.
Loosely. Yeah, it's since it travels sort of south and west.
Yeah.
It's the more west you go is more of what you would see as you go west.
Yeah.
So
not Winslow, Arizona.
No.
Okay, just asking. Because I mean it's iconic. So
yeah.
Anyway, the queue is great. It may not look like it's great, but it's actually there's little Easter eggs in there and kind of fun thing. It's fun.
It's fun.
And you're a queue guy, so you want that's all part of the ride and experience for you.
Right.
Standing in the line is part of the ride. It's not a means to get to the ride. So
that's all part of the show.
That's all part of it. So the lines are okay. Lines are okay.
And that's something I really, really want to try to admonish to my audience. Disney makes these queues the way they do for a reason. And that's for you to enjoy what's going on. Because if you're going to be standing in line for 60 minutes, 70 minutes, 120, they're going to make it to where you don't feel as though that you are standing there for 2 hours.
Yeah. It does go by fast. It does go by really quickly.
Yeah.
However, if you have a time constraint.
Right.
Single rider line.
Oh,
always an option.
Oh yeah.
Always an option. Always a good option. Even if you're in a big group, single rider's fine. They do have a great accommodation for folks who need mobility assistance.
Yes, they do.
So that was really enlightening.
Mm-hmm.
We have a link that you can put up to our point of view of this ride.
Oh, yeah.
So it was really, really good.
In fact, at the end card, I'll make that part of one of the videos to go look at.
Yeah, so it was really good. It is my favorite ride at Disney California Adventure.
Mm-hmm.
Radiator Springs is my favorite ride. Cars is not one of my favorite movies. Cars Land is one of my favorite lands.
Yeah,
in all of Disney parks. East or west,
exactly.
Don't care. I love Cars Land. Because the other thing, and I know this is jumping ahead a little bit, but at sunset in Cars Land, they do something called Shaboom. And this is where they turn on all of the lights in that section of the park. And it's beautiful. I mean, the lighting in that section of the park is gorgeous. And you do a little dance party to Shaboom. And I love it.
Life is but a dream. Yeah.
I've never, ever seen it live, and it's like on my bucket list. I have to do it. I love it.
Since we did it, or we just missed the beginning of it when we got off Little Mermaid for Oogie Boogie Bash. They do a little different for Oogie Boogie. Okay.
Yeah.
They play I Put a Spell on You by Screamin' Jay Hawkins. No, the original.
Oh.
What they did in Hocus
Pocus was a cover of that?
It was a cover of Screamin' Jay Hawkins.
Oh, neat.
Yeah.
Neato.
And
I want to see that one too then.
I've always loved Screamin' Jay, and the reason is because he would always be played on Dr. Demento Halloween time. Okay.
You're aging yourself,
I certainly am. Okay. I fully embrace my Generation X.
Yay.
Okay. There we are.
Feral generation that we are.
You're not wrong.
I'm not. I'm the tail end of it, but we're feral.
Yeah, but the lighting that happens.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
And I wish that they had waited longer after sundown.
Yeah.
Just
little
about a half an hour longer. The reason is because some of the lights actually get missed because sun's still up.
So yeah, it's really cool though, and that's where it kind of makes it the full immersion experience. And there's some fun kid rides in Cars Land.
Oh, yes.
Luigi's is.
I've got that one too.
And then Mater's.
We didn't film that one.
But it was great. I mean, it's just
okay.
It's silly and it's so good.
If you have been to Toy Story Land over in Hollywood Studios, there is a similar ride that is the alien saucer
spin.
Yeah, which is the same technology as what
Mater's.
goes on with Mater's Hoedown.
Yeah. So good.
Oh,
and it's great for littles because, it's kind of a thrill ride for that set.
It goes at a pretty good clip.
And you're getting kind of tossed about. So those are great ones. So like I said, Cars Land, not my favorite movies, my favorite land of any Disney non-animal park.
Again, it's that whole feel.
Yeah, it's great. It's so much fun. So ironically enough, I don't have to snack in that area.
I will not, most likely.
Yeah, it's good popcorn. Maybe I've not eaten at Flo's. Flo's is kind of your very, very good quick service.
I have.
I don't eat in Cars Land. I like to play in Cars Land. If I'm gonna eat, because that's what we do. We eat and then we ride things.
Right.
I would probably stay up at the front.
Sure.
In Carthay and get a hot dog down on Hollywood and Vine.
Oh yeah, over at Award Wieners.
Yeah. Or I would get an ice cream.
Yeah.
But not there.
Well, and that's what we're going to talk about next. We've gone to Cars Land.
Cars Land.
Now
Chef's kiss.
the other option is when you come into the park is to go left, and that'll take you down Hollywood and Vine to the Hollywood Land or
the back lot.
Yeah, the back lot. There's only really one ride attraction in that area, and that's Mike and Sully Save the Day. It's a very cute ride.
Cute.
Okay, it is cute. Kat and I had a marvelous time on that one.
It's a good one. It's great. It's, again, another great one for littles. Really
very
good
much.
One for littles.
Very much.
The thing that's great down that stretch of park is where you can do the drawing.
The animation
studio.
Yes.
And then there's also Turtle Talk in
Turtle
there.
Talk with Crush? Yes.
Yes. So there's a couple of things in there, and those are places to get out of the heat, get out of the hustle and bustle of the park, and to sit down and actually have a kind of a guided experience. If you're an artist or just want to animate, the Animation Academy is awesome.
Now, you're drawing still photos. You're not doing any animation. Okay? Just make that clear. You're drawing characters and art from an animated movie.
Really cool, though.
It's a lot of fun.
A lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun.
And they're done on the half an hour. The experience is about 15 to 20 minutes. And there's a different character each time.
Yeah.
So, and you can go back. So if you see somebody you want to draw, then you always go back and draw, or there's multiple ones. It's really neat. The first time I did it was when we went for your birthday. You guys had done it in Florida, but I had not done it. I just filmed it. It was really cool. So it's one of those things to do that's not a ride.
Right.
Which is really cool.
Yeah, we drew Pascal from Tangled.
Yeah.
The little bitty chameleon.
He's a cutie.
He was marvelous.
He
was marvelous. And their guidance will allow you to draw a good and decent picture.
Yeah, they're really good at it. And I'm not the artist between the two of us.
She did real well.
Well, let me put that. I'm not a drawing, like sketch artist or that kind of medium. I can do art. Just a different medium.
Right.
But anyway, it was easy to follow, and it was cool. It was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, it was.
Loved it.
It was, and honestly, it's one of those things where, given enough time, it was something I will not miss again.
Oh yeah, it's going to be another half too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, going to Animal Kingdom in Orlando. When we go to the
Go to Rafiki's Conservation
yeah,
Planet Watch.
yeah, they do the
Yeah.
drawing. They do the drawing classes there, and I will not miss that one
No,
again.
that one's cool. That's
Yeah.
a good one. And again, it's a great way to get out of the heat. It's a great way to force yourself to sit down. So one of the things that, in either of the parks, in either coast, that designated times to sit and rest are really important. So doing Animation Academy is a great way of making yourself stop and rest and
Right.
sit and be still for a little while.
Right.
But you're still doing something very Disney, which is a lot of fun.
Well, and going back again to talking about protecting your peace, remember that, folks?
Yeah.
This is a great way to do it.
Yeah, it's really
know?
cool. So that's kind of going to the left instead of the right.
Yeah. Now, a little bit of history on Mike and Sully Save the Day. It was not always Mike and Sully Save the Day. It was Superstar Limo originally. That
Again.
was...
Thank goodness they did a refurb.
yeah, because what happened pretty much soon after the thing opened made it look as though Disney was kind of insensitive all the way around. The theme for the Superstar Limo was the fact that you were getting in a limousine and trying to outrun paparazzi to get to whatever thing that you were
Oh, I
supposed to
meant
be.
Princess Diana.
And Princess Diana, that incident happened
Yeah.
soon after that opened. So...
Yeah. Good
Yeah.
change. Good change.
Yeah, and it was quickly said we need to retheme this.
Yeah.
So they did, and honestly, it was one of the cuter rides that I've been on. Yes, it's for little kids, but I love it
it's
when
so
Roz.
good.
I love it when Roz talks to you at the end. I love that.
It is cool.
You know?
It is a lot of fun. Like I said, good for littles. Not much else back there, like you were saying.
Right.
It's just really a
There's
conduit.
food
Animation Academy, and a
and
conduit
restrooms. Yeah,
into whatever. that
Avengers
was.
Campus.
Thank you.
Yeah,
As you can tell, not my favorite land,
and we'll all know that.
because I can't even remember. I was going to call it Tower of Terror.
Well, that's what it was.
It was.
Originally.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, Tower of
don't-
Terror originally. Now, Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout.
Breakout.
Yeah.
I'm not going to ride it.
But before you even make the turn, dead in front of you, when you go down Hollywood, or Vine, I think, I can't remember, is the El Capitan Theater.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Now, that is where they will occasionally have live stage performances.
Yeah.
The most recent one before Avengers Campus was Aladdin.
Oh,
They did the stage show for Aladdin there.
got it. Okay.
And that was the test run for the Broadway,
The Broadway show.
Yeah.
Cool.
They had also done Lion King there at one point.
Little Mermaid?
Yes, they did
Okay.
do Little Mermaid.
Beauty and the Beast would be the other one.
They did not do Beauty and the Beast
Okay.
there. The most recent show that has been there has been the musical Rogers. And that was the musical about Captain America. It's just as cheesy as it sounds. If you have ever seen the TV show Hawkeye, the first episode of Hawkeye shows a chunk of the musical Rogers. That's where they got the idea, and they said, and Disney turned around and said, hey, you know what? We could actually do the show. And so they did. And yeah, I kind of want to see it because I kind of want to torture myself like that. But yeah,
I'll pass.
of course you will.
I'll go get the milkshakes.
Yeah, you go get the milkshakes. Anyway, now we're moving into Avengers
Avengers
Campus. Now, comic book fans, strap in. Here we go.
Time out, though.
Sure.
OG fans and not having Bugs Land back there is a little sad because that was really a good place for the littles. However, Cars Land has kind of replaced some of that, but it was where they had the tree and it's tough to be a bug and all of that in California Adventure.
Right.
Some carnival-esque rides that were you shrunk down to the size of a bug and did
Heimlich's
things.
choo-choo train.
Shoving myself on that one for you, Katie girl. You're welcome.
Oh, yeah.
My role is the ant. Here I am.
Yep.
AUNT, not ANT. But next show's 11 to your servers.
Hang on. I got a thing.
No, you don't
yes,
need a
I
thing.
do.
I don't
yeah,
need a thing.
I
Anyway, there you go. So, and not having that feels a little like, oh, but
Yeah.
Cars Land replaces some of that. So now having Avengers Campus and all of the comic books coming to life, it is a very crowded place, might I add.
Oh, yes, it is. It is. Now, when I told you comic book fans, strap in because it's going to be a very short ride. Okay? There's some great places to eat, sure. Pim's Test Kitchen.
I was going to say, I would go back to Pim's because they have some really good snacks.
Right. Now, Pim's Test Kitchen is sort of themed after the Ant-Man movies. And Hank Pym, the guy who developed the shrinking technology, Scott Lang, who was the Ant-Man now, has taken the Pym particle that makes you shrink and is using it to shrink and enlarge food. Mm-hmm. And it's very cute. It's very cheesy. It's very kitschy. It's fun. It's fun, and the food is really not that bad.
It's not that bad. Katie and I ate there, and it was really. We shared the chicken sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
We got a pretzel.
Yep.
So yeah.
Now, it wasn't just a pretzel. It was a pretzel.
It was like the big pretzel. That was one of the things, but it was good.
Yeah.
Like it was, and the downside though is that there's only outdoor seating.
Yeah.
So if it's gross and cold or rainy, you're kind of stuck.
Yeah. Just find cover. Yeah.
But it was really. I thought the food was good. If I was gonna try and find a snack, you can mobile order.
Right.
So this is another space of using your app and using the app to your advantage.
Yes.
If you didn't see our Disneyland episode, we talked about the app being an important piece of mobile ordering. So just to reiterate, having the app is a useful tool. Being able to mobile order does speed up the process.
Right.
So that was good. They have the shawarma stands.
Yes.
There, I wanted to get shawarma, but we ate at Pim's instead.
Right. Well, and shawarma is, it's just flatbread with
chicken.
Well, some chicken and some of the cucumber salad
and
stuff in
I
it.
love it.
And
Thank you. Yes.
Shawarma.
Okay.
But back to the attractions.
Yeah.
What was Tower of Terror is now Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout. Theme of that is the Collector has taken and captured the Guardians of the Galaxy. And your mission is to help Rocket break them out. And
fall 7,000 times.
And it's marvelous.
No, thank you.
It's just marvelous. Okay. She does not like the big drops, and she does not like the simulator type stuff. So
makes me a little like motion sick, but the dropping, no thank you. And I rode Tower of Terror once.
Yeah. And you don't have to anymore.
No, and the picture makes it look like I'm having a really good time.
Oh yeah.
I'm smiling.
See, that's the thing. The original Tower of Terror is in Hollywood Studios in Orlando.
Yeah.
That ride, I will tell you now, and I will reiterate when we do a video on that, it is a not miss, strictly for the lobby.
Oh, the queue is great. Yes.
Okay, again, the queue, folks.
Yeah, it's part of it.
The queue.
Yeah.
Okay? So, anyway, Mission Breakout. You break out the Guardians of the Galaxy. Everybody's happy. Everybody's had a great time. You had your picture up when everything was happening, and then they dropped you, and you didn't die. So.
And then we were safe.
Yeah, and then we were safe. So after that, you can walk over farther into Avengers Campus. There is the Avengers headquarters off to your left as you're walking through. Pim's is immediately to your right, so it's basically
right
across the street. Over at the headquarters, you have the opportunity to meet characters. Usually it will be Thor and Iron Man, Black Widow, and I do believe Black Panther.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
It's a great place to get up close face character experiences.
Yeah.
Loki walks around.
And Loki, yes.
I would say Loki walks around.
Yeah.
And then there's a show.
Yeah, it's the Disciplines of the Dora Milaje.
Okay.
That's the bodyguards for Black Panther.
Well, no, and then there's the one of the
The stunt show that's up on the thing. That's Black Widow and T'Challa and everybody beaten up on.
And then who's the Cumberbatch's character?
Oh, that's over in the That's over in the Ancient Sanctum.
Is that the other side?
No,
Oh.
it's as you're heading towards, walking past Avengers headquarters and Pym's. In front of you is the Ancient Sanctum.
Okay.
That's where Doctor Strange is.
Doctor Strange. That's what it is.
Yeah, and that's a cute little magic show. It's kind of up close magic. It's
On brand.
it's no. It's
I didn't-
cheese ball.
We didn't see it.
It's
I didn't see
cheese
it.
ball. I mean, this
So-
is the type of stuff you see at Casa Bonita. Okay. We'll talk about that
We'll talk
later.
about that in a second.
Yeah, we'll talk about at the end. At the end. So anyway, it's cute. The other character that you'd probably be able to meet there would be Wanda Maximoff, otherwise known as Scarlet Witch. Spider-Man is that direction as well. Over at the Web Slingers. What?
Kicked your butt.
Oh yeah. This is the one that doesn't like video game rides.
I killed it. I killed it.
And we didn't film that for reasons.
Well, because you have to do this with your hands.
Well, there's that, and it's in 3D.
And you have to sling the web, and it's very interactive.
Yeah, because you gotta sling the web
to
or
point your
shoot
hand.
your
It's great.
pulse
I won.
repulsors,
I just
and
have to just say I won.
Alice tore it off.
I killed it.
Tore it
It
up.
was so good.
Okay. Kat was not far behind you.
No, but I still won.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. It was all her. Nobody else was riding.
Well, I'm like, I just was trying to hit the little spider thing.
Well, it's like you're supposed to. Yeah.
It is. Yeah, it's kind of hard. It was very hard to film because of the 3D aspect
Yeah.
of
The
it.
3D. The 3D was just.
And it's two hands, and it was just. The next time, if we do film it, it will be filming somebody doing it, and not your point of view ride kind of thing. But
Exactly, because even if we try and get a picture of what's going on,
it'll be hard. It'll be
we'd have to put the 3D
the 3D
glasses
thing
over
on
the
it, yeah.
lens, and it's ridiculous, just ridiculous.
It's kind of a fun ride though. So if you do like
It was
Spider-Man, it's kind of fun. It's
Again, the queue. There were so many.
Great.
There were so many Easter eggs in the queue that for
pre-show's
me,
fun.
as a comic book fan, I was in heaven because it was little nods to little things that you haven't seen quite yet in the movies, but
know
they've
that they're
alluded
there.
to,
Yeah.
and
And the pre-show was cute. I thought the pre-show was fun, and they did a really good job with that. I mean, I'm a very peripheral understander of what's going on, and I thought it was great.
Yeah, and it was simple and easy enough that everybody could figure out what the heck was going on.
So my question to you then is, because of your scooter situation, it's the only. I know I'm kind of leading you to an answer,
Oh yeah, you sure are. You sure are.
but overall it was easy. Perspective on how to get through the queue, because there was no special entrance. You had to go through the queue.
I would say that through Web Slingers and Guardians Mission Breakout was very easy to navigate.
Very good.
Except for one instance over at Web Slingers.
And we've kind of talked about it in one other episode.
Yes.
But for those of you who missed that episode,
I only had two major issues driving the scooter in Disneyland and in California Adventure. And it was one instance in each park. The one instance in Disneyland was trying to get to the submarines, into Nemo and Friends submarines. I'd made the turn. Unfortunately, the rails were a little too tight and a little too close, and I rode up on a rail, and I had to get up off the scooter, lift it off the thing, and go on.
and then get on it. Yeah.
And I'm glad that I did it that way, because the handle was right where my knuckles were, and there's a serrated top.
So that way, because they don't want you to sit on it.
Yeah, but it's supposed to look like a sea serpent's back.
Okay.
Yeah,
They don't want you sitting on the rails.
yeah. Basically, I could have cut off 4 of my fingers.
Yeah.
It was that
Yeah.
bad. Luckily, it didn't happen. The other instance was over at Web Slingers, and it was just making that one turn around one column.
And you and everybody else hit it.
There was chip paint. There was chip paint all over the base of this column. I mean, almost all the way around it.
Yeah, people were smacking it. So it was just, mathematically, it works, but you have to hit it specifically.
Yeah, and you couldn't be asleep, or you couldn't be, just not paying attention as you're going around these, through the queue on this. I mean, you've got to be paying attention to where your scooter is and how tight you can turn.
It's a driving exam.
Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. But yeah, that would be the second. No, that was the first instance
that we hit that, and then
and then we went back to Disneyland, and there it was. But yeah, that would be it. I had the easiest time with Radiator Springs Racers.
Yes, that one was an easy queue for you to drive through.
It was marvelous.
That was great.
It was marvelous.
So,
of course, then again, that was the beginning of the day. I was alert. I was paying attention.
And you just eaten.
Yes, I had just eaten.
Yeah.
So I was very happy.
So Avengers Campus, definitely not a place to ride rides. It's definitely a place to have experiences. And if it's your jam and you love the characters there and you want to meet them and you want to watch the Spider-Man show and all of that.
Yeah, you're good.
That is the place to be. I can walk through it. I mean, there's not any have to in that area for me. So that's me.
Yeah,
but other people
honestly
have to.
and this is why I was telling you, comic book fans, strap in, short ride, because it is. In my mind, there's not enough to do. Really.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed in it. Now, I'm going to compare it to Galaxy's Edge, because one fandom versus the other fandom.
And just as high.
Yeah. Star Wars Land is better.
Yeah. I'll
Galaxy's
give you that.
Edge is better.
And that's saying a lot if I'm saying,
Avengers Campus over at California Adventure felt as though it was rushed and tacked on.
It definitely will have a refurb.
Oh, yeah.
It will definitely have a refurb in there.
Apparently, there's supposed to be a third ride attraction there. And they haven't, and it's supposed to be in Avengers headquarters.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think it has something to do with the Quinjet.
Okay.
So, I don't know. The big airplane that was on top of the building.
Okay.
Yeah. But anyway, I will also do a video of a character interaction with me meeting Iron Man.
Hey, what's up, B-Hogs? That's Big Heroes on Campus. Yeah, sounded better in my head. You're still awesome, though.
Thank you.
Okay, if you were guarding the galaxy, just go with me on this. Sure. Which of you would be in charge of this outfit? Bold choice. So, leader, who'd be the smart alecky know-it-all raccoon one? Well, I think congratulations are in order.
Thanks, boss.
Photo time. Let's show this campus how it's done. All right. It's done by standing still and smiling.
You mind if I stand up?
Yes. Come on up. All right, you're making the team look good. Way to go.
I'm not gonna get the
You're
photo.
welcome. Action poses, and people are watching, so it can't look like we didn't practice.
Your hero.
Yes.
Thus the shirt.
Yep.
Anyway, so we've gone through at least 3 sections of this park now.
Yes.
And now we're getting through our way to the biggest section of the park, which is Pixar Pier.
Yes.
However, time out. Before you get there, you have to eat at my favorite restaurant,
Go ahead.
La Trattoria. This is my favorite thing. I love it. Twofold. We had a really great experience there when Katie was really little, and it became kind of this endearing place. I'm a sucker for some good Italian food.
Right on.
And it's really good Italian food. So it's kind of that Napa Valley region, the Italian vineyards, kind of that whole space in there. And you've got really cool seating where you can sit outside and you have the kind of the view of the lake in the middle, and it's just kind of this, you get a breeze. It just feels really good. And so it's another place where you can just sit, decompress, have a great meal.
Oh, yeah.
And relax. So I love the La Trattoria. So my have-tos when we go there to Disneyland, I have to eat at Blue Bayou. California Adventure, I have to eat at La Trattoria. That's kind of those are my have-tos.
Agreed.
Bonus, not really bonus. This is my other half too. My snack in that area is there's Ghirardelli Square, and you can watch them make sourdough, which I've never done.
Right.
I'm good.
No, that's across the street from Ghirardelli's.
Ghirardelli.
Yeah.
There is the place to get the best milkshakes in the world. Fight me. In the world.
I can't.
It is so good.
I can't.
It is Ghirardelli chocolate. It is the way.
This is the way.
So I had found these milkshakes at another previous time I went without the family. I went with a friend.
Right.
And I was like, you have to have these milkshakes. They're the best. And they have the Ghirardelli. You can get all sorts of fun things. My favorite one's called the Knob Hill, and it's all about like chocolates and chocolate beads and caramel in there.
Indeed.
It's so good. Vanilla. And Chuck is a standard strawberry milkshake drinker. Like
love me that strawberry.
It's totally
love me that strawberry.
So the last time we went, I was like, "Oh, we need to get a milkshake," and he's like, "Okay."
Yeah, and
he loves a milkshake.
Right.
You're a milkshake guy.
Oh yeah.
But I was like, we have to get these. So they went and rode Guardians.
Yes.
I went and got the milkshakes, and our timing worked out where they were getting off. I walked up. I handed you the milkshake.
Right.
And your life was changed.
Oh yeah, it was wonderful. It was marvelous.
So good.
And the funny part is that we were coming off the ride. We came through the gift shop, and I was like, I got the cart. I really don't want to try and navigate through the gift shop. I'm kind of tired. It's just sort of and my attitude was starting to get to that point, that Disney afternoon. We're at the Disney afternoon phase.
Yeah.
Okay. So it was one of those where I could feel it.
And then I showed up.
And walking by me was Captain America.
Oh yeah, Captain America.
And it's like, how you doing, Cap? And he says, how you doing? Having a good day? And I said, yes, sir, I am. And then we keep on going, turn around. Alice just doesn't say a word to me.
Shove a milkshake in
Yeah,
your face.
and it was like this pink, and I could smell the strawberry coming off of it.
Yeah, they're so good.
And that was it. It felt good in my hand, and it was the right size. Mm-hmm. It wasn't that, monster or tiny little whatever. It was the right size. And that was it. That was it. And it was a decent sized straw.
Yeah. Yeah. You
Okay,
can get
a decent sized straw.
It was so good. And so it's if you've not been to San Francisco and actually gone to Ghirardelli, the chocolate factory, all of that, I would say go. Pier 39 is a lot of fun, but it's cool. But they mimic that there, so it is a have to. So kind of in that area of California Adventure are two of my favorite things food wise, right there.
Now that used to be the pier. It is no longer the pier. Mm-mm. It is now San Francisco.
Yes, I have not been to San Francisco.
Oh, okay.
Because that was still under construction when we went.
All of San Francisco is, unfortunately, is just a giant food court.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the disappointing fact for me, is it's just a giant food court. And while I think food is fantastic and food is wonderful and everybody should eat and everybody should enjoy themselves when they eat, just the fact that it's got maybe a few merchant shops there that has merchandise for
Big Hero 6.
For Big Hero 6, and you get to meet Baymax and Hero. And after that, it's like, well, all right, there we are. We're done.
I mean, it is the place where you don't have to have a reservation. You can do quick service, walk up, mobile order, all of the things. It is the place to eat. But there's a couple of other things that we haven't tried yet, and I think that it's worth pointing out here. Okay. If you go down a little bit farther along the pier and kind of stay on this kind of what I would consider the north part of the lake, there is a little quick service where you can get pastas, pizzas. There's even some places to get some Mexican food in there.
Oh, yeah.
So there's another food court, if you will, down a little bit farther that is an alternative. We haven't eaten there yet.
Not yet.
So it's just, you don't have to get stuck there. I just want to go get me a milkshake, and I want to eat at La Trattoria.
Right, there we go.
That's my done. I'm
done.
Well,
and, I'm sorry, but I'm not giving up La Trattoria.
No.
I'm not giving that up.
No.
That has become now.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, that has become now. And see, the thing is, though, I may have to, because there's a couple other restaurants that I want to try.
We can try them. Carthay Circle's not bad.
Well, Carthay Circle, but I'm talking about Lamplighter.
Oh, we haven't even there yet. No, we have to.
Which was Ariel's Grotto.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
And they did have a character something or other in there for one time.
Yeah,
but now they don't.
Yeah, they don't now. They don't now. Which is honestly, okay. Are you listening, Disney?
No.
You've got Lamplighter. You've got the perfect opportunity to do breakfasts with Pixar characters. Okay, I'm just saying. I'm just throwing that out there. I've got no dog in this fight other than the fact that
You'd go.
I kind of want to meet
You'd
the
spend your
Incredibles. I will throw money at you, but yeah.
More of your money.
Yeah. But yeah, I'd kind of like to meet the Incredibles.
Well, and if you eat at Lamplighter, especially down in the bar area, you're right on the water. It's really kind of cute. It's really fun. So there are still some things we haven't done there, which is nice because rides-wise, the only thing I will ride on that side, well, the two things I will ride on that side of the park, the Incredicoaster.
Of course.
And Ariel, the Little Mermaid. That's it.
Journey of the Little Mermaid is... I can't not ride it.
The Under the Sea room is literally one of the best turn around a corner and see all sorts of beautiful things.
I was told this last time by Kat when we were riding it, and yes, because I was filming it, that I could not sing. Now, you know what that does to me.
I know.
Okay. I'm sorry, but one, it's a musical. Two, it's a musical that's fun. And three, we're at Disney.
We were it the first time together.
Yes.
And we both busted out singing, and it was so. And I remember both of our faces when we turned around into the room, and it was all that color and movement and the song, and it was like, oh my gosh, this is the best thing we've ever seen. It was so beautiful. So I will ride Little Mermaid and I will ride Incredicoaster. Pretty much everything else on Pixar Pier.
I'm somewhat of the same way.
I'm like, okay.
I will not ride the Mickey and Friends Ferris wheel.
Oh,
otherwise known as the Wheel of Death.
No, thank you.
I will not ride that.
I'm not a big Ferris wheel person anyway, and then you put that whole element of the cart. I know you don't have to. You don't have to ride that side. I'm just saying, no, thank you.
I'm not hip on that.
No.
I'm not really hip on that at all.
And I won't do Goofy Sky School.
Oh, that's on the other side there.
I know.
That's across the water.
I just am saying. We have a ride here in Denver called the
Wild Mouse.
Wild Chipmunk.
The Wild Chipmunk, yeah. Which is the same thing.
Which is the same thing, yeah. And you're growing up with that. I've ridden it. I've ridden Goofy Sky School. I'm okay. We're all right. We're all right. Good.
Well, okay, and add to that the Golden Zephyr.
No, thank you.
The little rocket ships that are
thank
around.
you.
They used to have them at Lakeside.
I know.
And they don't anymore.
They don't anymore.
Yeah.
But no, thank you.
I will ride those. I will ride those.
So there's, just on that side of things, there are several carnival-esque along the pier rides. It's supposed to be like Santa Monica Pier where all the rides are and all of that, and, bringing that back to things. But there's one thing that I think we're going to do as a challenge to ourselves because we're Todd kids and we have to.
Dear God. What?
All things hot dog.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
What were you thinking I was going to say?
That we'd have to go ride the silly Toy Story mania thing.
No, thank you.
I'm
not, if I have small children who require me to, yes, but no.
Yeah, the Toy Story version of Web Slingers.
We are going to, can we do that in Florida? We are going to do a tour of all things hot dog.
Yes, we are.
Because there's the corn dog stand back there.
Mm-hmm. That's over by Goofy Sky School.
And then there's the angry dogs.
Yes, the angry dog.
And then there's the really angry dog.
2 types of spicy hot dogs. You get the spicy hot dog, which is the angry
dog. And then really angry hot dog.
which will kill you.
So there's so we've got some iterations of hot, and then there's I think there's a place to get a regular hot dog.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to do the tour of hot dogs because it is one of your favorite things, and I'll never turn down a hot dog, especially corn dog.
I mean, it's cheap sausages and batter.
Okay.
What's not to like?
Right.
You know.
Put a little ketchup on it. Everything's great.
Yep.
So that's kind of, I think, a future challenge we have for ourselves. But it's just, you are walking around on a pier. You are getting to the rides. It's all Pixar themed. If you're a big Toy Story fan, Toy Story Mania is back there.
Right.
Jesse's Roundup is back there. Like I said, the only other big thing I will definitely do is the Incredicoaster. I think it's a great roller coaster, whatever version of it. California Screamin', Incredibles,
sure.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I love it. I think it's a great one.
Oh, yeah.
During the Halloween season / Dia de los Muertos season, they have the Coco La Familia puppet show, if you will.
Yeah.
Live retelling of the story of Coco. It's
Dios de los Muertos is when this happens. They don't do it for Halloween.
It's at the tail end of Halloween.
Yeah.
It's the start of that. I've only seen it on YouTube.
Yeah.
But it looks really cool, and I would love to see it.
And
so,
see, I was hoping for that when we were there for Oogie Boogie. I was hoping.
Yeah.
You know, and unfortunately it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Besides, Coco is one of my favorite
it's a
films.
Good movie.
It is so well written. It is so well done. The music is beautiful.
Yeah.
You know, I can't say enough about it. And then we get into Encanto and
again. Now, there is one thing that happens on this side of the park that is an after-hours thing that is a must-do if you do it the way that we did it.
Yeah. We did the dessert party.
So good.
Yeah. If you can afford it, and if you can swing it, everybody wants to do it, then I really recommend this. Yeah. I really do.
There is a version of a dinner party where you could eat at La Trattoria and then get your tickets to sit. So what this is you have a special type of food, whether it's the dessert or the dinner.
Right.
And then you get priority seating at World of Color.
Right.
Which is the lake show where they do projections on water.
Right.
So the water becomes a screen. They spray up the water. It becomes a screen, and then they do a projection show on it. World of Color they brought in for the 100th.
Right.
And they've kept it because it was very, very popular.
Oh man. I mean just talking about it, I'm beginning to feel it. Okay. I'm beginning to feel it.
I didn't cry. Shock through the whole thing. That one did.
Oh yeah.
That's all right.
Now, the thing is, it wasn't fair. Okay, it wasn't fair, and the reason is because I started bawling because one of my favorite things from nostalgia from back when I was little was my mom and I on Sunday nights watching Wonderful World of Color on TV.
Mm-hmm. Walt Disney presents
And as soon as they started up with that soundtrack and the music from that TV show, I was done.
Yeah.
That was it.
You and Mommy were sitting on the couch.
That's right. World of Color, boom, everything happened. And then it was just scene after scene
it was
after
a good
scene
show.
that just hit hard. I usually get excited during the Star Wars stuff.
Yeah.
I was so excited, I was crying during the Star Wars stuff.
It was good. And so, I'm not even a real big fan of projection shows on water just because it's not. It
gets cold.
It's
you
cold,
can sometimes get wet. Yeah.
But this one was really beautiful. The desserts that we got. So I would say I would do the dessert party over the dinner.
Oh, okay, sure.
Dinner party. I would do the dessert party.
I don't have a comparison.
Because the offerings of the desserts where you just got a good smattering of all sorts of yummy things.
Right.
And you got either hot tea or hot coffee
or
chocolate. A bottle of water. Everybody got water.
Oh, yeah.
But they kind of just made it this really beautiful little moment.
Oh, yeah. It was great.
It was really cool. So I would, if like Chuck was saying, if you can afford it and and the seats were good.
Seats were fantastic.
And the fact that you got a seat, that was one of the big reasons we did it, is that you didn't have to fight and stand, and we didn't have to fight and stand for a space.
Well, I was still somewhat fresh off of the first set of amputations.
Yeah. So it was really important. And I think from there, just the ease of the experience and the lovely place that we got to sit
it
and
was
the
beautiful.
really yummy dessert, and it was so good.
And then at the end of the whole thing, it was Walt.
Yeah.
And then that sealed the deal, and I had to actually sit for about 3 minutes before we could move.
I will admit, I got a little verklempt at that.
Well, sure.
Because that was cool. But
yeah.
It was neat. It was really kind of cool. So, like, that is something that's very California Adventure.
Yes.
That I would say makes it a kind of a special thing from Disneyland.
Yes.
And I would highly recommend it. When we go back, we're going to do that again.
Oh, sure. Indeed.
Indeed. We'll do that again. So that was that's kind of the fun thing at night, and you get to kind of end your night with that.
Exactly.
Now, when they had a private party right after.
Yeah.
And so we had to leave, but there is still park hours.
The reason they had the private party is that was still what was left over from. It wasn't America's Got Talent.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was it The Voice?
Not The Voice. It was the other singing show.
Okay. I don't. American Idol. Yeah, that's it.
Like the other singing show.
Yeah, the other one.
I don't know. Obviously, we don't watch them.
No. It's not something that's in the purview of my fandom.
But it was kind of nice too to end our night with that, because then we were full, we were happy, we were content, we were able to go back to the room and end our day.
And we went back to the room through California Adventure, because where we were staying was California Adventure.
Grand Californian. So
Grand Californian.
It was beautiful. It was just kind of sealed the deal of how amazing and lovely that was.
Right.
So.
And again, I will reiterate: shopping your way out. Yeah, you and everybody else has the same dang idea. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think that's something we will ever recommend at any park.
No.
Especially at the end of the night. Now, if you're leaving in the middle of the day.
Oh, yeah.
That's
there you go.
It's a timing issue.
Yeah, there you go.
So at the end of the night, not so much.
Yeah, because you and everybody else are going to be crammed into those stores.
We won't recommend that.
No, just don't do it. Go ride a ride. Go ride, one more last thing.
Or just if you find a time when you're hot and you can go inside.
Right.
Shop around a little bit.
Now, if you're there for an after-hours event, getting out is not so important, or staging yourself on getting out of the park is not quite as important. The reason is because when the after-hours event is done, it's done, and everybody's going to go.
Everybody has to leave. Yeah.
There's no question. With Oogie Boogie Bash, Kat and I did our last thing. And we looked at each other, and Kat says, I have had enough people.
Yeah.
I'm done. I've had enough.
Okay.
And it's like, okay, do you want to go and try and get one more happy birthday, or do you want to go get one more character thing? And she goes, no, it's just not worth it now. And it's like, okay. And she looked at me and said, but did we hit them all? And I said, yeah, we got every one of them. We hit all 5. She goes, oh, good. Okay. So.
What a sweet girl. She was worried about making sure she was on task.
Oh yeah. But yeah, I mean, and I let her walk ahead of me so that I could do my final little closeout video after we got out of the park and everything else. But yeah, with California Adventure, since it's a smaller park, I don't feel the need to actually be that frenetic about, I gotta do this last thing,
And with California Adventure, to me, it's more of experiences, like the Animation Academy and World of Color, and there's, like I said, I have some have-to rides. Soarin' is a have-to, Radiator Springs is a have-to, Little Mermaid's a have-to, Incredicoaster's a have-to. I will throw Grizzly River Run in there when it's on. You don't like it. I will do that. Katie and I will, fine, we'll go get wet. I have the 5 things I'm going to do there, and then it's experiences. It's
exactly.
La Trattoria, I'm going to eat it. I have to go get my milkshake,
Yeah, the experiences for me in California Adventure are pretty much all at the entrance. all in that Main Street entrance area there. The live music, the
Five and
shops,
dime, love 'em.
the little Easter eggs and everything that are there, the Disney history.
Yeah, the experience. Yeah, you're experiencing.
Yeah.
You're not necessarily having to ride.
Right, that's important for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if I feel like a ride, yeah, sure. I mean, and one of the first things I want to go do is either Radiator Springs or Soarin'.
Or Soarin',
You know, that's what that's.
They're 1 and 2. Boom, boom.
There you go. You know, with Avengers Campus, I can take or leave it.
I could walk right by it and never go back in. Honest to Pete.
And the
but I'm not a big fan.
Yeah,
it's not
and
my
the really
fandom.
sad part is me being a comic book fan. Me too. I've been there. I've done it. There's nothing. There's nothing there for me now.
I can't miss Cars Land though.
Right.
I need to walk through there.
Oh yeah.
Like I said, Pixar hit my things.
Again, it depends. If there's characters there, to meet and visit.
Well, we'll
okay?
chase characters all day.
Well, yeah. What I really want them to do is bring Edna
to
California. Yes,
I
want
that.
Edna in California
I did
Adventure.
that in Florida.
Yeah,
that was good.
I am so jealous of that.
That was good. That was my challenge, and that was good. That was
well. And the funny thing is I'd love to do a cruise because Edna is a face character on the boat.
That's right. That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, see, we've got all these new things to do.
I know we've got plenty. We've got plenty to keep us occupied, probably for a very, very long time.
Okay.
So anyway, we're leaving the park. Again, there's 3 ways to do it. Go through the Pixar Place Hotel entrance. Go through there.
If you're staying there, go through that.
Yeah, definitely. Take the exit closest to where you're staying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Grand Californian exit.
Yeah, and honestly, I will recommend the Grand Californian exit, even if you're staying at the Disneyland Hotel. And the reason is because it's the Grand Californian, man.
when you get into the hotel, there's kind of this breath that you can take. It's kind of like this, and you could hit a bathroom right there. Like I said, there's the Craftsman Grill right there. It's just a beautiful walk through. You still feel like you're in the forest. It is a gorgeous hotel.
It is. It's beautiful.
It's a beautiful hotel.
It's just beautiful.
It's a beautiful stay. So if you can find a deal, take it and stay there at least once. And then, of course, the OG, leaving out the front, is always good, too, because then you get to see, like, the exit and through the old Hollywood and with the trolley cars. And, it's just a lot of fun that way, too. So you can't go wrong entering or exiting the place.
And I'd like to close out this one for California Adventure just by saying that the refurb that they went through and with the Imagineer Joe Rohde and what he did with this park.
Good guy. Creative man. Yes, thank you.
Thank you
Joe.
so much.
Thank you, Mr. Rohde. I would love to meet you. Thank you.
Yes, and the reason she likes you is because of Animal Kingdom. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for bringing to life my life's work.
Exactly.
So,
exactly. So that's California Adventure, everybody.
It went from a no to a have to. Like when we first got out of there, the very first time we went, we're like, I don't ever have to go back. But now, with all of the refurb and what they're putting into it, it has turned into a really fun place. And all-time favorite ride, Radiator Springs.
Okay.
All-time favorite ride.
Okay.
I love it. And just the whole vibe. The whole front of that park is my vibe, so I love it.
I would have to say that Radiator Springs is very high on the list for me, but I don't think I have a favorite ride in California Adventure.
Oh, that one's my favorite ride.
If I actually had to, if I was going to go get really down to it, it would have to be a toss-up between Radiator Springs and Incredicoaster. Mm-hmm. Okay? And
they both break down as often as each other. So.
Boy, do they.
It's not like one is running more out consistently than the other.
Oh, yeah.
That's a joke. I shouldn't end on a negative piece. But
so since we're ending, you have... let me break this out. We mentioned this last... Yes, we mentioned this last week, or 2 weeks ago. This is Alice's book that she's selling on Amazon.
Journal that I designed and created.
Yes.
So there it is.
Yeah, it's just blank pages, but on every page is a little elephant.
My elephant. They're my spirit animal.
Yep. African elephant specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just thought it was cute. Anyway,
Yes.
that's my journal. So there's.
Yeah. So please stop by and check that out. Let me see what else. Oh, you have a new video up?
I do. I went to, so all the Colorado kids in the room are going to appreciate this. I went to Casa Bonita.
Yep.
So you can see my reaction to Casa Bonita. In a nutshell, it's Casa Bonita. It's what you, if you were, you want the nostalgia of where you were little, you're going to get it.
Right on.
It's still middle of the road Mexican food, but it's way better than it used to be. So that's the breath of fresh air. And yes, you die for sopapillas. So they're still the best things. So
right on.
check out my video.
Well, I think that about wraps us
All
up
right.
tonight. Let's see. Next week or in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks. Wow, I got boxy all of a sudden. Okay, there we go. So yeah, in 2 weeks we will be doing the East Coast.
We'll go east.
Yeah, we'll be going to Walt Disney World.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the first park we'll have to do is
Magic Kingdom.
the first park.
Yeah, we'll just do Magic Kingdom. We'll go in order. So yeah, I'm excited. It'll be fun. I have a lot of things to say.
She's going to be leading that one hard.
Because I've been more often than you. Yeah.
That's right. You've been there a lot more often than I. So join us in 2 weeks. We'll be talking about Walt Disney World and hitting each park.
Yep, there's 4.
All right.
Yay. Thanks again for watching, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. And as always, we want to encourage you guys to get out and about and travel.
Yeah. And honestly, if I can do it, anybody can do it.
Yeah.